Kia ora and welcome to our presentation for ALTC 2019. We're looking at mapping professional accreditation pathways in higher education. My name is Thomas Cochrane. I'm an academic advisor and senior lecturer in e-learning and learning technologies at Auckland University of Technology in New Zealand, and I'm part of our Centre for Learning and Teaching. And alongside Martin Jenkins from Coventry University and the Academic Development Unit, we're looking at the current state of the art of accreditation for teaching and learning in higher education, and in particular the mapping or the overlap between two main frameworks, which are the HEA Fellowship or Advanced HE Fellowship and CMOT, the Certified Member of the Association for Learning Technology. And we're doing this by looking at the current literature. We're doing a systematic literature review to see what people have published on this already and to see what the gaps are, to do a bit of analysis and see if there's a way of providing a bit more of a closer mapping between the two, particularly for people who want to explore getting CMOT accreditation, who already have HEA Fellowship, or vice versa. So as part of this process, we're doing a systematic review through the Campbell Library. Now, the Campbell Library has a very set process for doing this. It's a very structured, systematic review process, and we're in the process of doing that. We haven't finished yet, but some interesting things are coming out of that systematic review. So as part of that process, we do a title registration, we do a protocol. The review protocol looks at the review criteria that we're looking at, the databases that we're searching, the keywords that we're using, and does it in a reproducible way. So far we've looked at Scopus, Web of Science, ERIC, and Google Scholar, looking with various keywords around higher education, professional development, mapping, and the scholarship of teaching and learning. And thus far, there's certainly a gap in the literature. There's a gap around, particularly around CMOT accreditation. There's a gap around the impact of accreditation frameworks, and there's really nothing at the moment that looks at mapping these different accreditation pathways. So we think this might be of interest to people to look at and see what some of the ways of perhaps cross-pollinating between the two frameworks and some of the issues around the impact and professional development of these accreditation pathways. So Martin will talk you through a little bit more about what we've been doing, some of our initial mapping. We'll probably also show you some of where we've got to as far as our selection of literature. And there's really not a lot out there currently, particularly really nothing that's to do with mapping apart from a few ad hoc reports. So it's a gap that we're hoping to be able to fill in a bit. The other thing that we're really keen to explore and advertise is a structured framework for supporting CMOT accreditation. So HEA Fellowship has a very structured support network, very structured support across the UK, Australia, and increasingly in New Zealand. But there's been very little structured support for CMOT accreditation. So what we've developed is a CMOOC, a Connectivist MOOC, and we've run this 4 times already. We're about to start the 5th iteration of this, and we'd be really keen for people to join us in this journey, join this community of practice, effectively a network of like-minded people wanting to explore issues around learning technologies, and at the same time looking at the potential of creating an e-portfolio for CMOT accreditation. So we run a weekly webinar. We have a course hub for this, so it's on WordPress. So it's CMOOC, one word, .wordpress.com. There's a sign-up page there if you're interested in joining us. We're aiming to kick off our next iteration on the 20th of September, so only a couple of weeks after the conference. We're going to have an initial webinar which will introduce the CMOOC, and hopefully Martin will be able to join us for that. And then each week we'll have a weekly webinar discussing the week's activities, the issues around different parts of portfolio and what it means, and also create this international network. So we have a discussion forum. We're using Moodle to host that, and also a hashtag. We use a Twitter hashtag, #CMALTCMOOC, all one word. If you want to check that or join in a discussion, then just whenever you tweet something, put that hashtag into it. The other thing we'd like to bring to your awareness and perhaps invite you to is our Scholarship of Technology Enhanced Learning Research Cluster that we've developed, and this has been running for 3 years now. We have international participants. We've got currently 15 research cluster groups from different discipline areas, from graphics design right through to paramedicine, and mountain climbing, high-risk environments, virtual reality, looking at various areas of the Scholarship of Technology Enhanced Learning. So we'd like to invite you to participate in that if you're interested as well. So if you're interested in that, the address is just sotel.nz, sotel.nz. You'll also see there that we have an annual symposium, which is running next year, February the 19th and 20th in Auckland, and we'd welcome any submissions if you'd like to come and visit us in New Zealand. We also have our own journal that we've developed, and we'd be keen for people to make submissions to that journal, which is the Pacific Journal of Technology Enhanced Learning, PJTEL. So there you go, a very brief overview of the session and of some of the ways that we were attempting to fill a bit of a gap around structured support for CMALT accreditation, and we were trying to head with investigating the overlaps between CMALT and HEA Fellowship as well. So over to Martin. Hope you enjoy the rest of the conference, and hopefully I'll get there next year. Thank you.